Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome to Gardening with Ben on this absolutely beautiful Sunday here in Sheffield. I can't believe how warm it's actually been today. It's certainly been sunbathing weather, that's for sure. It's time to top up them tans, ready for winter. But I made the most of it today because I believe the weather is going to start changing and start getting colder and wetter. So it was all about making the most of it and getting as much done as possible down on the allotment today. So, as you know, I'm only making it down at the weekends at the moment, so I'm trying to get as much done as possible down on the plot and making the most of it while I can. So today I have been weeding as per usual. No, not just weeding. I've been planting my spring bulbs. So if you'll have seen my Instagram post from today, I've been busy planting daffodil bulbs, and I must have planted probably around 100 daffodil bulbs today, in an area that hadn't got any bulbs in it before, so it's a new area. My plan is to get all my borders full of spring bulbs, and I'm possibly around half the plot away from doing it. Last year I planted absolutely thousands of them, and this year I plant probably about the same, to be honest. I'm starting the mission and getting them all in, and at the moment it's just going to be daffodil bulbs, and I need to get some hyacinths for sure. I do love to see the hyacinths on the allotment, and also some more tulips. But the tulips won't be going in until November time, as that is when there is when they're at risk of getting diseased if you plant them now, so I've been told. So I hold off until November when they say you should plant them. So we've been getting loads of daffodil bulbs in today, and then hopefully next year I'll have finished planting all the spring bulbs in the plot. I say that, but it'll probably carry on, and you never know, if I continue planting 1,000 every year, imagine what my plot's going to look like in a few years time. It's going to look absolutely beautiful, and I'll just keep planting them, just keep finding places to plant spring bulbs and make it look as beautiful as possible, as we're allowed up to 25% flowers on his plots. So that's the key thing at the moment, getting the spring bulbs in. So what else have we been up to? We were down at the plot for probably around 4 or 5 hours today. I know that doesn't sound a lot, to be honest. I should really have been down there all day, but I can only spend so much time down there at the moment, to be honest. And my plan is to start clearing as much as I can, as early as I can as possible, because I want to do so much work on my plot over winter. I got given a load of wood at the beginning of the year, and I've got some big plans to do with what I'm going to use it for. So hopefully we'll get them plans into fruition, as the gardeners would say. So we're in the process of clearing out where all my garlic was this year, where my onions were. I'm getting all that dug over and cleared. I planted my garlic yesterday, obviously, in a new position. So I want to change the beds up a bit. I'll need to get them repainted, ready for next year. That'll be a job and a half, because I absolutely hate painting all my beds, but it makes it look nicer, and obviously it treats the wood from stopping it from rotting all the time, so we need to get that job done. So I've been doing a lot of clearing, and next week when I go down, hopefully I'll be able to finish off that area, finish clearing it off, ready for starting to do the improvements that I want to do in them areas. I'm wanting to make some like boxes to hang on my fence out of wood, to grow possibly carrots in and stuff like that. and possibly some herbs in it, just to make more space really, and to make it look as good as possible. And I admit that I've not done as much as I would like to have done this year on my plot. I'm quite disappointed with it. I'm quite nervous doing my live streams down there because there's not that much to show, and when you're meant to be a blogger of gardening and you've not done much gardening, it's pretty pointless really. So yeah, I've been pretty ashamed of it, but I'm going to sweep this year under the carpet, and we're going to start afresh, getting it all ready for next year. And I'm excited. I'm going to try a lot of new stuff next year, especially different types of flowers, as I've been sticking to the same flowers, growing the same flowers. So I'm hoping to get lots of different flowers in for next year and make it beautiful, more beautiful than what it usually looks like. So that's going to be a big job, and that'll result in me doing a lot of work, a lot of graft, and in doing some improvements in my shed to make it look better, and obviously to fit as many seed trays in as possible, because I don't buy no flowers. I always grow everything from seed, as obviously it's a lot cheaper, and I like the go trying to grow them. So that is going to be a big job, and I'm wanting to get some more fruit bushes in the plot. I've not got many fruit bushes. I've only got raspberries, and I've got my fruit trees, and I've got my strawberries, but I'd love some gooseberries down there, and possibly black currants, red currants, and I'm wanting some blackberries. I know they grow wild down on the site, but most of the plots have been taken up now, so it's not a case of just going and helping yourself on the vacant plots to blackberries. So we're going to get some proper blackberries growing. Hopefully I'm going to try and find some thornless ones as well, try and grow them. So we'll have to see how we get on with it all, but I can't wait to share it all with you. I've also been looking at my climbing rose, what I planted this year. It's grown quite a lot. It's possibly about halfway up the archway, so hopefully next year it might have gone right over the top of it. So I'm going to keep it watered, keep it growing, and hopefully we can have a nice display of roses over my archway next year, which will be a nice welcoming thing to the plot, and obviously it'll smell nice as well. I've taken quite a lot of cuttings from the roses that I have got growing, and some of them have started to get leaves on them. They've not necessarily got roots on the bottom of them yet, but they've got leaves coming on them, so it's a good sign that they're not dying off. And if you've not taken rose cuttings before, have a look on YouTube. It's pretty easy to do, and you can get free plants from it obviously, and maybe I'll possibly have roses growing all the way down the side of the plot as well in a few years' time. So it's about having fun, having trial and errors. If things don't work, try it again, and just keep trying until you get something growing. I've also taken a couple of cuttings of hydrangeas, and they seem to be growing as well, so you never know, things could be looking good. So that has been our busy Sunday on the allotment today. So as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.